India's biometric identification system Aadhar is once again in the eye of a storm after the Tribune newspaper claimed last week that it had bought data for a mere 500 rupees after a third-party seller offered access to Aadhar data on the allegedly foolproof system run by the Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI. According to the newspaper's report, it took just Rs 500 paid through Paytm and 10 minutes in which an agent of the group running the racket created a gateway and login access for the newspaper's reporter Rachna Khera, who was able to enter the Aadhar number of any individual and get all his or her information, including photo, address, name, date of birth, etc. The Tribune also claimed that it paid another Rs 300 to get access to software to print the entire Aadhar card itself. And I quote from Anjali Bhardwaj of the NCPRI. "We have been highlighting Aadhar's breaches and exclusions for some time. These breaches have serious implications in terms of potential identity fraud, unauthorized access to bank accounts, etc. The most vulnerable are those who are not digitally literate. For instance, UIDAI recently put out a tweet advising users to delete their Aadhar information if they use a public computer in an internet cafe. This shows their disconnect from ground reality. Moreover, UIDAI is intimidating all those pointing out these flaws by threatening legal action against them instead of addressing the issues raised." The UIDAI has now filed an FIR with the Tribune newspaper with the Cybercrime Cell under several sections of the IPC, for example 419, punishment for cheating by impersonation, 420, cheating, 468, forgery, and 471, using as genuine a forged document, as well as Section 66 of the IT Act and Sections 36-37 of the Aadhar Act. But the UIDAI has failed to explain why it is attempting to punish the messenger and not plumb its own leaks. Several questions arise. First, is Aadhar really safe? Second, if it is as safe as UIDAI repeatedly claims it is, and as it has done this time as well, and that none of its data is open to financial or any other fraud, then where did this leak come from? In a statement released after the Tribune story, the UIDAI again denied a breach, but hinted that the leak may have come from its own grievance redressal system. So what does this really mean? The answer may lie in UIDAI's search facility for the entire Aadhar database, which can only be accessed by authorized personnel. If indeed the data was breached through human error and not through faulty biometrics, then does this mean that all the personal information of all of India's 1.2 billion people is at the mercy of human negligence? I quote from Nikhil Pava, founder, Medianama. The problem with Aadhar's claim that its biometric information in its database is completely secure is that it doesn't really matter if it's secure in the database or not. Biometrics are not secure by their very nature. We leave our fingerprints on every glass of water we pick up. Both fingerprints and the iris have been cloned from photographs. The UIDAI has repeatedly asked people to not disclose their Aadhar number because it is permanent. If that gets leaked, it has and it will, and your biometrics get copied, you will be compromised forever. This is not the first time that Aadhar data has been leaked. In November 2017, PTI reported that personal details of several Aadhar users on as many as 210 central and state government websites had been leaked, to which Aadhar merely responded by saying that it had taken note of the breach.